This video is to acquaint all North Coast Community Woodshop members to the important dust collector systems. It's important to know the history of our system in order to appreciate the system. The original system was one dual bag dust collector connected to a ductwork network to each piece of equipment through a slide gate system with micro switches to turn the collector on when the gate was open and off when closed. Later, a larger 5 horsepower dual bag dust collector was added and the ductwork was broken into 2 networks, one for each dust collector. This was done to take some of the burden off the smaller dust collector and to improve our dust collection to keep the shop more dust free. Over time, we found issues with the dust collector systems. The small dust collector had bags fill quickly and sometimes overfilling. The large dust collector had the starter capacitor fail and was being replaced regularly. We even had motor burnout. In addition, the gates were being left open more often. To resolve these issues, we started to understand from conversations with the dust collector manufacturers that turning the system on and off, we needed to minimize the cycling time. This was accomplished by adding timers for each dust collector to keep it running for 10 minutes after all gates were closed. If another gate was open while timer was counting down, it reset the timer for another 10 minutes. This would keep the dust collector running during multiple use of the system in short intervals. During the countdown, the timer and gates being closed, a certain amount of unwanted load was added to the dust collector. So an automated relief gate was added to automatically open when all gates were closed. The smaller dust collector had ductwork network redirected to pick up the finer dust particles, the sanders, the miter saw, and band saws. The larger dual bag dust collector was replaced with a more efficient cyclone dust collector. This dust collector redirected the ductwork to capture coarser dust and chips from the planer, joiner, router tables, and table saws. Finally, all gates were equipped with a blue light to indicate the gate was open. This is a layout of the woodshop. With this animation, we will show the network for the 2 different dust collector systems. The smaller dual bag system covers the left side of the shop and includes the sanders, the miter saw, and the band saw. The larger cyclone system covers the right side of the shop and includes table saws, router tables, jointer, and planer. Next, we'll see how to empty the large cyclone dust collector.
When red light is flashing, it's time to empty the dust collector. The following will show you how. Turn off top switch and this will shut off the cyclone dust collector. Release lever on clamp ring and remove ring and set on top of lid. To remove drum, press down on lever and slide drum out from underneath the unit. Next, remove the plastic sleeve by using your fingers in the holes and lifting it straight up. Remove the sleeve entirely, and then you can empty the bag. Now is the time to remove the plastic bag. You'll get a little bit of suction as you try to lift it. If there's somebody there to help you, it's easier. And you can pull the bag completely out of the drum and then dump the sawdust into the dumpster. But don't throw the bag away, reuse the bag. Next, insert the plastic sleeve. Make sure the holes are at the top of the sleeve. Carefully insert it and hold the bag up. You'll have to play with this so that the air that's trapped underneath the plastic bag doesn't blow the bag up the center of the plastic sleeve. Once you get the sleeve in the bag all the way down, you're now ready to reinstall. You are now ready to reinstall the drum and put the lid on it. You just use the wooden handle and lift the lid up and slide the drum underneath. Then carefully make sure that the lid sets on the lip, and then put the ring down and clamp the ring tight. Watch your fingers. You now must turn the system back on and check to make sure that everything is sealed tight.
If you are the last to leave the shop, make sure you follow these steps. Check all the gates and no blue lights are on. If the cyclone red light is flashing by the breaker panel, empty the cyclone drum. If either dust collector is on, make sure the timer is counting down. If the counter is not counting down and all the gates are closed, turn off the switch for the dust collector in the dust collector room. Then leave a message at the sign-in table and send an email message to NCCW. Last, turn off all the lights and sign out. This ends our training video of the dust collection systems. Thank you for watching.